Okay, so our last GP is on the difference of squares pattern. First thing we want to do, again, is when you have 1 plus 1 minus, that is when we will use the difference of squares. And keep in mind the difference means subtraction, therefore our answer will always have subtraction in it. So first thing, we have 1 plus 1 minus, that's going to be the difference of squares pattern. So just like in the previous examples, from there we want to identify our f and g values. So our f and g values, the x is in place of our f, the 11 is in place of our g. And in this case, we're not so much worried about the signs because it does the same thing every time. So we replace f and g now with x and 11, using parentheses, of course, x squared minus g is 11. And in this case, it doesn't matter to use positive or negative because there's always going to be this minus sign because it is the difference of squares pattern. So we plugged our f and g values into the pattern. The last thing we want to do is simplify. And again, like we said, we always use parentheses. So x to the second power is x squared minus, always minus, 11 squared is 121. All right, our last example. This should be B. This should be B right here. Same steps, same process. Notice we have a coefficient now, so we have to be careful with that. Identify our f and g. F is 3x, g is 4. So we plug into our pattern, 3x squared minus, always minus, 4 squared. And then we simplify. So 3x squared is 9x to the second power, because remember this is 3x times 3x. This is where it gets a little bit tricky when you have that coefficient, so you have to be really cautious and really aware of that. Minus 4 to the second power is 16. And that is our difference of squares pattern. And again, that's when we have 1 plus 1 minus. Last thing, just a reminder, is to answer the essential question after this GP. Make sure you're descriptive and thorough and you use a complete sentence. Have a good day.